Hi all, welcome to PowerShell for Penetration Testers at Pentester Academy. In this video, we continue to discuss the basics of functions in PowerShell. So let's move ahead. Let's have a look at dynamic or variable number of parameters, how to handle the variable number of parameters, how to use them, etc. We will also have a look at type declaration of the parameters, and finally at the assigning default values to parameters in a PowerShell function. So let's create a function called var params, and let's declare $a, $b, and let's just declare two variables, and in the function body let's print $a, $b, and that is it. Now when we call var params, let's pass hi and bye to these. As you can see, the values were printed. But what if we pass three parameters to the function? As you can see, there was no error, but we could see only values of $a and b here. So what happened? Recall that when we were not declaring any parameters, an array was catching the values of all the parameters, that is $args. So let's see if we have something in $args. No. Why? Because of this. Let's create a new function called variable params. Again, $a and $b, print $a, print $b, and args. Now if we call this variable params with three parameters, as you can see, the third parameter was handled properly. What if we add another parameter here? As you can see, both of the extra or variable parameters have been assigned to the args array. So this makes variable handling in PowerShell quite easy. Now you may have noticed that we were passing any value to the parameters in function. Recall that we discussed earlier that PowerShell is a type variable or not so strict language, or we can simply say it is a type dynamic language. So we need not declare the type of the variables. But if we want, we can always declare types of a variable using this way. Now if if we now call add int with integers, it works fine. But as soon as we say something else, throws an error. So this is the way we can force, or we can declare types of variables in PowerShell. We can of course use different types of variables here. Now, what if we want a variable to have some default value? So let's define a new function. Let's call it default val. We can always assign values to a variable in the function declaration itself. Let's call it 32 $b dollar, that's it, and let's print $a $b. Now if we call default val without any parameters, we can see that the default value has been used, and if we pass it with some value, we can see that $a has been modified to the new value. So again, it is quite easy to use default values in PowerShell. So that is all for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you are enjoying your time at Pentesters Academy, please do recommend us to your friends and colleagues in the information security community.